It's December 2019 during the long school holidays. But for 77 youths, class is in session as they gathered at a religious school in Bangi, Selangor. Among them were Chinese students from independent high schools, Indians from technical and vocational institutions, Malays from Sekolah Agama, and several students from national schools. Confined in a hall, most of them were shy and didn't know what to say to each other. They will be here for 3 days and 2 nights to attend Kem Muhibah, a camp to give children of different backgrounds the opportunity to interact with people of different races and learn how to coexist in a diverse community.
Sebenarnya tahun lepas abang saya pun ada join kat sini. Lepas tu dia cakap best, so saya pun nak try lah. Tengok, nak kenal bangsa lain, nak tukar pendapat semua tu lah.
Sekeliling saya pun adalah kaum Cina, jadi kuranglah peluang untuk berinteraksi dengan kaum lain.
The issue of racial division has plagued Malaysian society for decades, with the majority of Malaysian children going to schools that are mostly mono-ethnic. Many people don't rub shoulders with those from ethnic groups other than their own, some all the way until they graduate high school or even college. This program used games and activities to give children of different ethnic groups a chance to sleep, live and eat in the same place while interacting with each other.
Dekat tadika, selalu ada kan kecil lagi, so semua kurang beragama.
My gender is advantage for me.
They talked about what each identity meant to them and how they felt after interacting with other ethnic groups.
Dalam cerita dia punya pengalaman tu, saya kagum lah dapat dengar bangsa lain berusaha keras untuk menaikkan nama mereka.
We must friend with everyone, although they are foreigner, and we cannot discrimination foreigner. We must be fair and we must treat everyone equally. Oh, sorry.
In this session, students were asked to come up with a sketch of an incident of discrimination and how it can be resolved.
Kita semua ada otak, kita boleh fikir tau. Jangan judge orang berdasarkan rupa dia.
Minta maaf. Sorry.
These students may lack in acting skills, but the message they send is clear. Don't discriminate or apply prejudice against others.
Do you know the direction to the supermarket?
Very easy. Go straight!
As they laughed, the children slowly warmed up to each other. However, they did not start off like this. When they first arrived, most of them clicked with people from their own ethnic groups until the facilitators split them up and regrouped them for activities.
Some of them cannot speak English fluently, neither do Malays. So it means they have to speak in their own language like Tamil or maybe Chinese. So at first it's quite tough because you have to speak, like using a very less vocabulary so they can understand you really well.
Kita kena saling menolong walaupun bangsa lain. Dia tak fasih. Saya fasih, saya simpan dalam diri saya, itu tak ada best lah. Saya kena bagi untuk orang lain. Apa yang saya ada, yang itu yang boleh saya mengajar untuk dia orang.
The children's experience in the camp is but a real reflection of one of the issues causing the racial divide in the country. Hindered by the lack of fluency in English or Bahasa Malaysia, many Malaysians are reluctant to emerge from their comfort zones to interact with people outside their ethnic communities. These children were learning the way to bridge the gap, helping their friends as interpreters to promote mutual understanding and friendship.
4, 5, 6, 7, go!
Language aside, the participants were also exposed to different cultures. They were learning how to write Chinese, Jawi and Tamil calligraphic scripts. And there were also quick courses on Kumpang and 24 seasons drums. In one activity, groups had to come up with a social agreement. A Muslim girl said that another Chinese boy accidentally touched her hand and made her uncomfortable, since it was a taboo in Muslim culture. However, she also took into consideration that the boy did not understand that. The group then discussed and wrote an agreement that they will respect each other's religion and practices.
Lebih memahami adat mereka, then I will respect your religion, respect your larangan, jadi saya tidak akan buat begitulah. Kalau kawan saya mau buat begitu, saya pun juga akan menasihati dia, melarang dia buat begitu.
This interracial camp program is a collaborative effort between Dongzong and Abim. Jason, the coordinator of the project, believes that such camps can provide children with a short but meaningful time and place to interact and get along with each other, and give them the opportunity to understand the differences and what they have in common with others.
That's a space for them and them alone, where suddenly they can come for 3 days, suspending their real life and coming as individuals willing to explore, Malaysia. And I think it's hard because when you are living in a monoracial, mono-religious school, or if you live in a neighborhood that only speaks one language or only has one race, then you don't have chances to step out of that identity and explore different parts, not only of yourself but of other people.
3 days and 2 nights later, the students parted ways with unforgettable memories. However, for the organizers, their work was far from over. In order to understand how effective the program was, the participants were asked to answer 3 questionnaires, one before the camp, another immediately after the camp, and the final one a month after the camp. The preliminary findings found that both Chinese and Malay participants had reported better attitudes towards other ethnicities immediately after the camp. Among others, they reported higher willingness to engage with other ethnicities. However, after a month, the improvements only sustained among the Malays. The effects did not endure among the Chinese participants. It should be noted that the Chinese participants started off with already better attitudes towards the Malays and the Indians before the camp, with markedly positive views compared to the Malay participants. The findings for Indian participants could not be analysed because the numbers were too small, which makes statistical comparison unreliable, they said.
At first, I thought I have quite prejudice against, other races because sometimes people tell them they are bad, they are this type of people. But when you meet them, when you learn about them even more, you realize, oh, they're just like us. They're just born with different races, different religion, but this is what makes Malaysia so special. This camp is to help those youngsters who know nothing about the culture to learn the true stuff, not the rumors on the internet, but the reality of this world.
6 decades after Merdeka, the process of learning to live together continues, one camp at a time.